A heart betrayed, my journey through love, lies, and rebuilding. What do you do when the person you love stops believing in you? What happens when their family's whispers drown out your truth? This is my story, a tale of love, betrayal, and finding strength in the ashes of a broken life. My name is Sarah, I'm 27, living in a small flat in Manchester, and I want to share this with you. If you've ever felt alone or shattered, I hope my words reach you. Stay with me until the end, and if this moves you, please subscribe, share, and leave a comment below. Your support keeps me going. Let's start. Chapter 1: A Dream of Love. Growing up in a quiet corner of Manchester, I dreamed of a life filled with simple joys, a cozy home, a partner who'd stand by me, and a family to love. At 23, I was working in a small gift shop, arranging trinkets and greeting customers with a smile. Life was ordinary, but I held on to my dreams, believing love was just around the corner. Chapter 2: Meeting Jason. One rainy afternoon, Jason walked into the shop looking for a gift for his mother's birthday. He was quiet, with kind brown eyes and a shy smile that made my heart skip. We talked about books, the weather, anything really, and his gentle demeanor felt like a warm blanket. He asked me out for tea the next week, and I said yes without hesitation. That first date lasted hours, our conversation flowing like we'd known each other forever. I felt safe, seen, alive. Chapter 3: Falling in Love. Our relationship bloomed slowly but beautifully. Jason wasn't one for grand gestures. His love showed in small acts, bringing me coffee on cold mornings, walking me home after late shifts, listening when I shared my fears. If you're enjoying this story, hit that subscribe button and share it. It means the world to me. After a year of quiet moments and growing trust, he proposed under a starlit sky in a park near my flat. My heart screamed yes before my lips could. Chapter 4: A Simple Wedding. Our wedding was intimate, just close family and friends in a small garden venue. I wore a simple white dress, and Jason looked handsome in his dark suit. As we exchanged vows, I looked into his eyes and saw forever. We moved into a modest flat, decorating it with thrift store finds and fresh flowers. Evenings were spent making tea, watching old films, or just talking about our dreams. I thought we were unbreakable. Chapter 5: The Shadow of Emily. Then his sister Emily arrived. She needed a place to stay after a rough patch, promising 2 weeks. Weeks turned to months. Emily wasn't warm. She criticized my clothes, my cooking, even questioned why Jason chose me. Her words stung, but I stayed silent, hoping Jason would defend me. Instead, he'd say, "She's family, Sarah, be patient." I swallowed my hurt, feeling smaller each day. Chapter 6: A New Hope. One morning I woke feeling off, tired, nauseous. A pregnancy test confirmed it. I was going to be a mother. Tears of joy fell as I imagined our child, our family growing. That evening I told Jason, expecting his eyes to light up. His smile was faint, his response muted. "Let's keep it quiet for now," he said. Confused but trusting, I agreed, holding the secret close. Chapter 7: The Night of Doubt. 2 weeks later, everything crumbled. Jason came home late, his face hard and distant. Sitting at our kitchen table, he said, "Emily told me something." My heart raced. "She says the baby isn't mine." I gasped, the air leaving my lungs. "She saw you with another man," he added. I explained. A coworker had given me a ride home in the rain, nothing more. "It's your baby, Jason. I'd never betray you," I pleaded. But his eyes held doubt, not love. That night he slept on the couch. Chapter 8: The Growing Divide. The next morning he left for work without a word. I overheard Emily whispering to him, planting more seeds of suspicion. Days passed in a fog of silence. Jason barely spoke, his gaze cold. I cried alone at night, longing for his warmth, but he turned away. My heart broke, not just for me, but for the baby who deserved better. Chapter 9: The Departure. One evening Jason stood by the door, a bag in hand. "I need time," he said. "I'm staying with Mum." Tears streamed down my face as I begged, "Don't go, we need you." But he shook his head and left. I collapsed, sobbing until exhaustion took over. The flat felt like a tomb, empty of the love we'd built. Chapter 10: Finding Solace. Desperate, I called my mother, who lived far away in Ireland. Her voice was steady. "You are strong, Sarah. You have your baby. You're not alone." Her words were a lifeline, but the pain lingered. I went to doctor's appointments alone, watching other couples hold hands. Seeing my baby's ultrasound, a tiny heartbeat flickering, I whispered, "We'll be okay." Chapter 11, Emily's Exit. One day I returned from a checkup to find Emily gone. Her things were packed, no note, no goodbye. Relief washed over me, but the loneliness remained. That night I spoke to my baby. "It's just us now, little one, I'll protect you always." The promise gave me purpose. Chapter 12, A Small Beginning. Money was tight. Jason's absence left me with rent and bills. Determined, I started making baby gift baskets, filling them with toys, ribbons, and love. My neighbour, Mrs. Brown, saw one and bought it for her niece, handing me £10. That small gesture sparked hope. I took photos and shared them online, and orders trickled in. Chapter 13, A Friend's Kindness. Mrs. Brown became my rock. She'd bring apples, make soup, or just sit with me. "You're stronger than you know," she'd say. Her kindness was a balm, reminding me I wasn't entirely alone. She helped me tie ribbons, her hands steady when mine shook from exhaustion. Chapter 14, Jason's Call. One evening my phone rang. Jason. His voice was soft, broken. "Emily lied, I know the truth now, I'm sorry." My heart pounded, but anger rose too. "You didn't trust me," I said. "You left when I needed you most." I ended the call, feeling a strange calm. I touched my stomach and whispered, "You're all I need." Chapter 15, Building a Life. I threw myself into my baskets, each one a step toward independence. Orders grew, 3 a week, then 5. Customers left kind notes. "Your baskets bring joy." Mrs. Brown's encouragement kept me going. "You're building something real, Sarah." I began to believe her for. Chapter 16, The Community Market. Mrs. Brown suggested I sell at a local market. Nervous, I set up a table with 10 baskets. At first no one stopped. Then a woman bought one, then another. By day's end I'd sold 8. Hugging Mrs. Brown, I felt pride for the first time in months. Chapter 17, Facing the Pain. Despite the progress, nights were hard. I'd lie awake, replaying Jason's doubt, Emily's cruel words. Tears soaked my pillow, but I'd wipe them away, vowing no more crying for him. My baby's kicks reminded me I had a reason to fight. Chapter 18, A Stranger's Kindness. One day a woman stopped me on the street. "Are you the basket lady?" she asked, having seen my work online. She ordered one for her sister, and my heart swelled. Strangers were noticing me, not as a broken woman, but as someone creating beauty. Chapter 19, The Birth of Sophie. When labor came, sharp and sudden, I was alone. In the hospital, fear gripped me, but I whispered to my baby, "We'll get through this." Hours later, a nurse placed a perfect girl in my arms, Sophie. Her tiny fingers curled around mine, and I cried tears of joy. "You're my light," I said. Chapter 20, A New Mother. Life with Sophie was exhausting but beautiful. I'd rock her with one arm, work on baskets with the other. Mrs. Brown visited, bringing clothes and flowers. "She's gorgeous like her mum," she said. Those words mended something in me. Chapter 21, Jason's Return. Months later, Jason called again, wanting to see Sophie. I agreed, but set boundaries. "You can see her, but we're not a family anymore." When he came, he held her, tears in his eyes. "She looks like me," he whispered. I watched, detached but calm, knowing my heart was with Sophie now. Chapter 22, Growing Stronger. My baskets became my lifeline. Orders poured in, and I saved every penny for Sophie. I stopped thinking of Jason as my husband. He was just her father, a visitor. Mrs. Brown's support and the community's kindness showed me family wasn't just blood. Chapter 23, Sophie's First Smile. At 2 months, Sophie smiled, a burst of sunlight in my world. "You're my gift," I told her, kissing her cheeks. Her laughter became my fuel, pushing me through tired days and sleepless nights. Chapter 24, Financial Struggles. Money was still tight. My shoes were worn, my clothes old, but I didn't care. Every pound went to Sophie, diapers, clothes, a future. When I looked in the mirror, I saw a tired woman, but Sophie's face reminded me I was enough. Chapter 25, Jason's Offer. Jason offered to send money monthly. I accepted, but only for Sophie. This is for her, I told myself, never spending a penny on myself. His contributions were practical, but they didn't heal the trust he'd broken. Chapter 26. Finding Community. At the market I met other vendors, women making candles, jewelry, clothes. We shared stories, laughed, became friends. Claire, a candle maker, urged me to start an online page. Nervous but hopeful I did, and orders came from beyond Manchester. Chapter 27. A Final Plea. One Sunday Jason visited, holding Sophie gently. "I miss us," he said. "Can we try again?" I looked at him steady. "You chose doubt over me. I've built a life without you." He left and I felt free, my heart light for the first time. Chapter 28. A New Home. My business grew and I saved enough for a bigger flat with a room for Sophie. I painted it soft blue, filled it with toys. Her laughter as she explored it was worth every late night. "This is ours," I told her, my heart full. Chapter 29. Reflecting on the Journey. Sitting by the window one evening, Sophie asleep, I thought of the pain, Jason's doubt, Emily's lies, the lonely nights. But I also saw my strength, a business, a daughter, a community. I'd lost love but found myself. Chapter 30. A Message of Hope. Now as Sophie grows, calling me Mama in her sweet voice, I know I made it. Jason visits, but he's not my future. Mrs. Brown, my friends, and Sophie are my family. If you're hurting, know this: you can rise. Pain is heavy, but you are stronger. If my story touched you, subscribe, share, and comment. What's your story of strength? Let's keep this going.